Chloe doesn't want to say hi. Do you want to say hi? She's a grumpy cat. Look at that face. Bunny, on the other hand, always wants to say hi. Right, Bun? The little stink Bun. Hey guys, thanks for being here. Today is... what day is it today? I don't even know. But I'm in my comfy grandma sweater. I have my bunny cup and bunny necklace. I am obsessed with bunnies right now, and it's not because it's Easter, but it's because bunnies represent fresh starts, new beginnings, what else? Innocence, gentleness, and I mean, I guess it is spring. I would love a bunny. I don't know if I'd be able to have a bunny with the amount of cats I have. Do bunnies and cats get along? And do dogs and bunnies get along? I don't know. I guess it would depend on the animals. I already have a cat named Bunny, so I don't know if I should grab another bunny. We'd have to name it Kitty. Bunny the cat and Kitty the bunny. I see my future and it's bright and full of bunnies. Maybe one day. I have about 17 or so succulents and cacti to repot. So we're gonna get into that because I recently made a short explaining how I want to create a little kind of fairy garden, fairy-esque themed garden for my cacti and succulents. So I'm going to plant most of them. I'm gonna try and plant most of them today. I might not be able to get to all of them. I think I may have to go out and buy some more clay pots because I don't know if I have enough. The fun thing about using clay pots is that you can actually paint and draw on them and kind of just like create anything you really want to. Most of these are cacti and succulents, but then I do have a random, I think it might be dead. It's called a sedum multiceps. The thing is they play dead. But I also haven't watered it for a while. Like, I'm not sure if you can see, like there's a little bit of green there. I have to learn more about this plant, but I do know that it goes, what's it called? Dormant. I was gonna be like complacent? No, dormant in the winter. I don't have high hopes for this, but it's worth trying to, it's not breaking. I do think it's alive. Okay, we're just gonna set her aside. This guy here is also a sedum hintonii. I don't know if that's a type of succulent. It probably is. But apparently the multiceps is supposed to look more like a bonsai tree plant type plant thing. But yeah, mine looks a little bit dead. I'm gonna have to do more research on that. And then I have a ripsalis. I think I have another ripsalis up on my plant shelf there. But this one is the paradoxa. I forget what that one's called. I'm not feeling super chatty today, so I might just make this a repotting video and put on some music. And then we can do a follow-up another day one. As I start to paint them and learn about the individuality of each plant, you know, maybe I'll dive into that stuff. But for now, I just kind of want to get this task done. And later on, I'm gonna make myself dinner. I was thinking panko chicken. I made myself pasta this morning / afternoon. So I'll probably just have pasta and panko chicken for dinner. Crispy chicken. It's essentially like homemade chicken fingers, or a giant chicken finger. Anyways, thanks for being here, and let's get into the video. So a couple weeks after I assembled this shelf, I went ahead and purchased some Barina T3 grow lights on Amazon. They're quite affordable and they're very lightweight. I was able to attach them with, I guess it's like almost like a Velcro tape. So they've stayed in place ever since, and they're doing exactly what I'd hoped they'd do. But I'm just setting them up here and aligning them to be as equal as possible. I think when you start to incorporate grow lights in your house, almost an essential purchase to go alongside them is having smart home wall plugs. So basically you can put them on a schedule so they turn on and off automatically. Otherwise, I'd likely forget to shut them off, and my plants would probably be a little bit burnt if that wasn't the case. I just wanted to mention that because sometimes we take advantage for how cool of an era we're living in right now, and the fact that technology is so advanced and continues to advance is kind of exciting. I know it can be a little bit scary at times too, but I just feel like the world is changing so quickly right now, and I'm excited to see what's in store. I know a lot of people are fearful right now for the future. I would like to believe that things are on a higher trajectory and that things aren't as horrible as we make them out to be. I think the internet sometimes has a way of amplifying things. But yeah, I just want to believe in goodness, and I think what you believe and what you go searching for will find you, if that makes sense at all. So unrelated to this video, but here we are. Now back to the video. I'm not too fussy about the soil mixture that I use. I just use a ton of perlite in a cactus-based soil, and because I'm planting these in clay pots, I don't have to worry about root rot realistically. Clay is a porous material, so any extra water will be absorbed by the clay, therefore making it almost a no-brainer to plant these plants in clay pots. And that's aside from the fun that I'm going to have painting them. It was time to give Chloe a bath, so we did just that. Out of all 6 cats, Chloe ends up getting bathed the most. She does have a tendency to have leaky eyes, and I believe it's because of her squishy face. I do have other squishy face cats, but she is by far the most squishy, and she is on a supplemental powder called L-lysine, which is meant to help her with her chronic stuffiness, and it does work, but there are times where the other cats will kind of veer into the food and just lick the top of the food where I sprinkle it on. I'll show you in the next video what I'm talking about, but she's so cute, and I am convinced that she does love being bathed to a degree. I think she really likes the warm water on her little body. This is also one of my favorite ways to spend time with Chloe. I love all my cats equally, but she does take up a large portion of my heart, and it may be because she was my first rescue cat, but it also may be because she's so unfortunate looking, and I always have a soft spot for things that are odd or peculiar in nature, and she's definitely a little bit of a Yoda cat. Like, she kind of reminds me of Yoda a little bit, and she snorts all the time, and she sleeps with me at my head every single night, and sometimes she'll get up and go for a drink of water and come back, and she doesn't lay down right away. She sticks her face right up to mine, and I'm woken up by her little snort. It's so sweet, and I love her so much. So it was time to water all the cacti before setting them in place tomorrow. So I gave them quite a decent rinse and let them sit overnight in the sink so they could drain out. And that way they would be prepared for the next day when I put them on the shelf. So I feel like I don't show Casey enough, and she deserves to be displayed on the camera. Right, Casey? Come here. Because she's so sweet. Are you a good girl? I hear my cat rummaging in the garbage. You know those little cat treats? Insert clip. Obviously I throw the wrapper out, and my garbage can is made of like a painted white tin, and I always hear them knocking at the garbage can because they dump it out to try and get more treat, but it's essentially empty. The weather today is getting me down. I'm definitely one of those people who gets bummed out when the weather is kind of down, but there are times where I love the rain. I think it's just been super snowy and rainy and gross and cold and damp out, right, Gaze? That we had a little bit of a taste of spring a few weeks ago, and it was just a taste, and I am hungry for some more sunshine, really. Also, this time of year is so exciting when you are a planty person because everything thrives, the sun is out longer, and the end of the day is my favorite time of day when the sun's just like, whoosh, you know, just pouring in. I'm excited for that. I'm also starving. But yeah, I've been kind of tired the last couple days. Not sad, but like a little melancholy. I really just like that word and wanted to use it. I spent the morning cleaning the cat room and doing some other chores. I really have to clean my couch. But like when I say clean it, I mean deep clean it. I have to take like it's like upholster. Am I saying that right? Upholstery? Whatever, I give up. I have to take like a handheld cleaner to do a deep clean because it's spring. I've also not had blankets covering the couch for the last little while. I've been late. I'm a lazy gal sometimes. There's so much going on here between the plants and the pets and just me, like having to fend for myself as a girl alone in this world. There's just a lot going on. I have put a lot on my plate with these animals, and guess what? I'm gonna probably put more on my plate down the road, but hopefully just by then I'll have some helping hands. I'm about to run out to look for some more clay pots at Walmart. I hope that they have, because I don't feel like going to Home Depot. I don't feel like running around. It's just not nice out. If it was sunny out, that might be a different story. So I'm gonna go and do that. I need to stock up on paper towel, and I say stock up because I buy like the big, huge value pack, because I'm constantly using paper towel to clean up after my cats. They pee on the floor a lot, sometimes poop, and there's like, what can I do? I can't scold them, I can't really train them. Their litter boxes are clean, they're automated, they're healthy, they get regular checkups all the time. It's been pretty good lately. And then there's also sometimes just barf. I almost feel like my house is a little bit of a shelter, like an animal shelter at this point. The workload is a lot, but I love them so much, so I'm not complaining by any means. I'm just kind of sharing what my life is like, living with 7 animals and hopefully more. See, I love it. It's the cleaning that just like, some days I wake up, I'm like, this again. It's just constantly on repeat. So yeah, if I had someone to help me. I'm gonna go run to Walmart. I did take the plants out of the sink, and I'm gonna set them up all on display. So we'll probably just roll into that, a little B-roll. Bunny came to say hi again. Are you gonna come say hi? I don't wanna like pick him up and scare him, but he's crawling on my lap. Okay, you're ready to be picked up. There you are. So sweet. How cute was Chloe in the bath last night? Oh. I love you. Casey and Bunny are best friends, right? Are you best friends? During the day, if I'm just like doing my thing, they're often cuddling. It's pretty cute. Thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to talk to you in the comments, and wherever you are, I hope that you're living true to yourself. Casey seconds that, and just live with an open heart as much as you can in a world that would like you to close it off. Be brave, and just, you know, do what makes you happy.